day that box on the desk? I found out who did that window.
What was her name? I forgot her name.
Julia,
Julia. She lives with her grandparents. She's getting ready to
on the
move.
back road. Okay, so I come in,
How are you?
I come in.
Oh,
and
good.
I come in, there's 2 more things I'd like about it. I said, hey, so maybe it's my name, not that broken window, or that moved. You see this door here? It's got a little girl's name, Julia on it. You know that? Yeah, we know that, yeah, and she broke the window too, Julia. She lives with me, yeah, Julia. I said, you just take it all right down to Julia's right now, you tell Julia that she's gonna get a call from somebody on the board, they're gonna be paying for that window. Those two boys hightailed out of here, so I don't know what they were.
Alright.
Yeah, but why did they put the glass where they put it?
Just telling you what they told me, I could be all wrong. It's just a start.
Try and cover the track.
She didn't move. I don't know which back road they in. Who's got a blue van? Does that house that Pete Christie has a blue van that sits there?
They bought
I don't know.
And what about where the house is right behind Venus? There's a lot of cars there, but I don't know.
Oh, I haven't changed her name yet. I meant to do that the other day. I'm sorry.
It's fine, okay.
She's still
You are now whoever's not here at the moment.
I was here and I was thinking about it, and then we got a really bad storm when I was here, and I got a little nervous.
like the one we're supposed to get tonight or tomorrow morning, I don't know.
Don't stay in a tin building when it's hailing and.
That's only 30% chance.
Don't be a wolf.
Well, the other night I was here, and it was Saturday. Was it Saturday night?
That came down so heavy.
Yeah.
We didn't get anything at the club.
All right, we should probably call the order. It's 7:05.
Oh. We
That
need,
clock's
we need a different clock.
It's not 5 to 10.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. Roll call.
Chris,
Here.
Nick,
Here.
Angie,
Here.
Jan, Barb,
Here.
Andrew,
Here.
Steve.
Yes. Okay, everybody got a chance to look over the minutes from the last meeting? If not, if there's any additions or corrections, I take a motion to accept the minutes from the last meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from the last meeting as presented.
Can you get a second on that?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Treasurer's report. All right, general fund. We have $42,680.72. Water and sewer. We have $52,904.43. Motor fuel account, $25,656.35. The donation account, $163.04. 12-month CD, $10,034.99. And 18-month CD, $18,407.91. Any questions or that? Can I have a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second to accept the treasurer's report. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Bills. Oh, I'm using it for a marker, no wonder I can't find it. The general fund. State Bank of Hersher for checks, $33.52. Sheriff's Patrol, $330. Barman, Bowl and Scott, $406.25. For me, $41.77 for gas and diesel fuel that I picked up at Casey's before I found out our card was no good anymore. Adcraft printers, vouchers, $159. ComEd streetlights, $341.91. Nicor, Willow and First, $32.80. Verizon phone, $30.59. Andrews Engineering, $522.84. Brian Parting Code Enforcement, $125. Cotty Duluth Treasurer's Wages, $300.14. Cotty Duluth. Cleaning, $36.94. Sabrina Smith, half the clerk's wages, $115.44. For a total on general fund of $2,476.20. Water Department, Nicor Gas, Willow Street, $41.37. Nicor Gas, Railroad and Elm, $58.26. Illinois EPA water testing, $2,325.77. The state knows how to
Isn't
do
that
it.
an annual one?
Yeah, I say the state knows how to do it. State Bank of Hersher, checks, $35.90. Martin and Son Hardware,
Is that
UPS.
listed because it was split up in cost?
No, well, cause we have to order checks for the general account and then checks for
You
the
forgot.
water
Okay,
account.
let's just checking, okay, thanks.
Martin and Son Hardware, UPS, $10.89. USA Blue Book Water Supplies, $38.15. ComEd Willow and Railroad, $360.17. ComEd 150 Walnut, $43.43. Boom Garden Trash Pickup, $1,160. Keith Whittup Pumper Wages, $224.88. Sabrina Smith, half the clerk's wages, $115.44. For Water Department, $4,414.26. Makes a grand total on their bills, $6,890.46. Is there any question on any of these?
Now that, me and Brian spoke about the code enforcement, and since he's leaving, and I spoke to Charlie.
Yeah.
And Charlie says that if I wanted to take control of that part of it, he's more than happy to give it to me.
Well,
Just letting you know, okay.
I'm glad, we've got somebody with experience and he's been working the other places, so.
But can we
No,
do,
no, no.
Hmm?
No, he's still doing the building,
but,
no,
can-
he's still being the building inspector,
Oh,
just the enforcement part of it.
oh, the code enforcement, no,
Right.
when I talked to him, I was more worried about the building inspector than I was the
Okay.
code enforcement by all means anyway.
Okay,
but can we, just ask a question, can you sit on the board and draw salaries?
yes,
Both of them would be legal to do both?
I looked it up, yes, it is.
Okay, that was my only concern, was that we had both.
The only problem with that would be Brian was doing both at the one wage,
Yeah,
So he
so I don't
said
know,
he'd
like
be fine
split
with
it.
$50 with a $50
Okay.
building permit, yeah, to just check up on them before and
Okay.
after, yeah. And that, well, when we get to it, we'll go, yeah.
all right, so grand total on the bills is $6,890.46. So if there's no questions on that, can I get a motion to pay bills subject to funds?
I'll make a motion to pay bills subject to funds.
I'll second.
We got a motion and a second to pay bills subject to funds, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's carried. All right. Committee reports, health and welfare.
Well, again, we've been challenged with the ability of certain properties to be mowed because of the water. We don't have a lot of them that, I mean, most of them have complied, we still have, we're trying to be considerate of this, if people aren't getting in just because it's raining and maybe it rains on the day they schedule to mow and the grass still can be mowed, then that's a different issue than if they're sitting in a mud hole that they can't mow. So we've been trying to be lenient, we haven't issued any fines, we've sent some letters letting them know, but, we do have some properties that like they've mowed, we've got some that they've mowed part of it, not all of it. So I think we just need to, we're gonna go through and kind of use our own discretion on them. If it looks like it can be mowed, they just haven't mowed, we're gonna start issuing the letters again and do that. But I think we only had, what I give you a list, Sabrina, it was like 3, so we're in pretty good shape on that. And that's the only thing that I really,
One of them's not Jamie Johnson over there, is it? Cause he's got a problem with Sybil's pumping water.
no, we didn't have any, that one wasn't on the property. The only other thing with, kind of do with health and environment too, is we've got a lot of standing water. And my concern is the mosquito issues we're gonna have. And we've looked into getting some pellets that you can put in some of the standing water that'll kill the larvae. I don't know what anybody else thinks, if we need to try, or if we just need to get somebody in here to spray once when this is, I'm just concerned about the amount of mosquitoes we're gonna have with the issue that we've got a lot of standing water still yet. I mean, our alley is still got a lot of standing water. I know you guys still have standing water down at your end towards there's a lot of it there. So I'd like us to discuss how we think the best possible way is to kind of get this in check for the mosquito problem we're gonna have.
I think regardless of what we do, we kinda gotta wait for it to stop raining, otherwise we're just spinning our wheels.
Yeah, well, the only thing is if you put these pellets in standing water now, they don't have a chance right now to even generate in any of the standing water we currently have, because it kills the larvae in it. But if you let the water sit and they hatch, you're doubling your mosquito. So we came in our alley the other day, and I have a white fence and it was totally black. That's how bad the mosquitoes were back there. And so, I'm not gonna be the only one with it. I know where there's standing water, there's gonna be that issue. So I mean, I don't care what we do, but I think we ought to be thinking about what we can do to try. I don't know what it costs to spray villages, I know.
Essex does it. We brought that up on your, about getting them.
And
I'm not even sure who to call, but I'm sure that if we call a couple of other
They come
municipalities,
farmers
somebody's got
and
some
back.
names or a number.
They got a big farm and back
Yeah.
truck and they
That's
just drive through.
I just think for the
That's
village
not a big deal.
residents, it's gonna be, we have a lot of standing water, even down there by that
Right,
ditch out there, we need to do something with it, so our residents aren't gonna put up with this.
So did you do research on that, on pellets, who sells them?
Well, we checked Harbor Hank's farm, he was supposed to get a shipment in Monday. I haven't been back since Monday.
We've used them for several years in the fish pond because naturally that hopefully doesn't dry out, so.
Oh, but we're spending that weed killer we put in the pond, cause that is not well.
Yeah, I mean, we've used them in our koi pond only because we don't want mosquitoes. Terrible, but I mean, all I'm gonna say is I think we can look into seeing what we need to do, but this village is not gonna be the only one, there's gonna be other villages using services too, because I'm sure they're gonna do the same thing. You can't be outside and do anything with all the mosquitoes, so. That's just one thing I'd like to look into, and I'll, get some information on that for us and see where we can go.
Well, if we try to use the pellets just to see, if we're gonna get any results out of there, we can get them from Dan over there, and Dan will put it on the books. They're not too expensive, we can try it, and we don't have to come up with money right then. And we can check in to see what it would be to spray if
And
it
this guy here's
keeps up.
gonna sprinkle them all in the water, right?
No, buildings and grounds.
Oh.
You're looking good, Chris, that
Well,
golf cart.
You did bring up a good
I
question.
rode the
Is
golf cart in your alley the other day.
is this streets and alleys, health and welfare, or the water department?
It's so bad.
It's just something I wanted to bring up, so we had on the, but that's all I've got, really.
Does anybody got an objection if I go get a few over at Dan's and
No.
we'll just give it a try depending on how much they're really gonna, if it's
Is that a
outrageous
mosquito
maybe.
you got there?
No, it's a net.
Yeah, there's little
Yeah,
mats,
there's some, yeah.
and then maybe someone.
All right,
will
well,
to find out how
I'll
much
go over to
this is
Dan's
spray.
and get a few and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, we'll check on the spraying issue too and see what they
I'll
say about
help
it.
you spray around.
All right.
No
As
time.
soon as I whack all the weeds down there. at the pond tomorrow, my day off.
Jan, yeah, Jan's not here, so,
But I have a question for
Oh.
with the water.
yeah,
No, well, Sabrina might answer this. So I got a bill and it said that, that $50 was due.
Yeah, you
But
paid like an odd amount last month.
I did? Okay, cause.
I'll have to look, we can look
Yeah.
after the meeting, I
Okay,
can
cause
look at
cause I thought that it for sure it didn't add up to
No,
$50.
no,
You didn't show
I-
up yet.
it. You paid like a weird amount last month. Well, I'll look, I'll show you.
Oh,
I
I don't
have it
pay
all.
I just have a bank pay.
Oh, okay.
The bank
It was like a weird
automatic,
amount.
yeah.
Remind me after the meeting, I have my computer here, we can look
Okay.
it up.
cause yeah, it's an automatic payment.
Okay,
That's
that's
what I
why,
thought.
that's what
I
I
was
was
like, I didn't think that it went through yet, I think the
No,
$50
yeah.
comes in through September, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, just checking. And then, that's it.
So nobody else has anything on water and sewer?
well, without Jan and Keith
The only
and
thing we know
everything.
about it is that we met with Haley's to try to alleviate the issue that we're having down here at the other end of town. They called and they couldn't do anything until they got the utilities out, Julie. So Julie has been out and marked everything, and Haley seemed to think it's a block, tell them, where's that?
It's blocked, they think it's blocked back, you know, to the south across that field. But until
And so they were
routed or
supposed to
camera it, I don't know.
They're supposed to come back out and do the digging and start, and that's been 2.5 weeks, and we have not heard a word since. I understand everybody that's in tiling and all that kind of stuff is just buried right now with all the water issues going on and everybody's, and so, and Jan was there, so I don't know if she's followed up with them anymore, because it's really kind of a water issue because of the water department, but they had thought there was a tile, they probed and did stuff, and they thought it was a tile down there behind those houses.
Didn't they think there was a broken tile by Castle's too?
By me?
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't it,
By
like,
your
for the
house?
paperwork, are you guys talking about the one at my corner?
Yes,
Yes,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
corner of Ethel
Yeah.
and Maple.
you saw us that day, remember?
Yeah.
We were out there with Haley's.
I was the one blocking your driveway, so.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even know right away that you guys were out there. I was-
Is that where they think there's an issue there, or further down?
Behind your house, like, they went alongside your ditch that runs along your house,
Right.
and then there's a tile, the way
Right,
Haley's
yeah,
got
it looks
it.
like it's
There's a
around
tile
the
back
side
there
of our
that-
fence.
Right,
that heads-
outside and
heads
down that
west.
back, and that's where they think it's at. But that, of course, then that would flow everything and backflow everything through there. But again, 3 phone calls to even get them out there the first time, and we called other people and couldn't get them out. So Jan was there because that's Jan's department, and she was supposed, we've been trying to follow up, and Steve's said, do you hear anything from, nobody's heard anything from them. So they've been working some pretty big, different areas, but we gotta get them out. I don't know what else we can do.
Yeah.
We can't dig it, we don't have a clue. But that's why, the first reason was they had to wait for, Julie to come up. Julie was out within 2 days and put those
Yeah.
flags up.
They're pretty fast.
And they were pretty fast with everything, and so we've just been waiting to hear, and haven't heard a word back from
Yeah,
them.
he's been really nice about picking up the flags, mowing, and putting them back.
Yeah,
I can't do that.
Yeah,
I will look right over them.
Yeah.
We appreciate that though, because I don't wanna give them another out going, oh, we gotta call them back now and make
No,
sure.
that's why he does the mowing, and I don't.
I
That's the
do,
reason
so I
do
sincerely
it.
appreciate just leaving them there until we can find something out.
Yeah, we're
And
just
anybody
trying to,
that says anything around here that, it's not for the lack that we're not trying to push them and get them out here, it's the
Right.
lack that getting them out here has become different.
Well, we
Well,
called
I mean,
Maybe
it's-
clean that out
Now,
on here.
are you-
Clean that ditch out, but then, I
Yeah,
don't know what all they've done.
Are you gonna be taking more on our ditches all the way across the road, is that right? Do I understand it? So we're gonna,
They don't know where they're gonna.
they
go.
don't, because see, there's a whole engineering thing with that.
okay.
And so, somebody thinks it's an easy fix just to go in and dig it out and make it different, but then that changes the flow, the
Yeah.
natural flow, and we can't do that, and we paid big bucks to engineering, Andrews Engineering, to, when we put the water upgrade stuff that we did down there. And so we gotta make sure that nobody does anything to that
to disrupt that. That's why we need to find out if we got a block tile, that's gotta be the first thing we address. Get the block tile and find out and see if the water runs differently. We do know the guy down at the corner has a blocked culvert. That's a homeowner's responsibility because it was put in by the homeowner. But if he doesn't wanna do anything with it, we're kinda, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. You know, so that's where his culvert is completely blocked, right, Steve?
Yeah, the center of it is, he admitted the center of it is collapsed, so.
So that's where we run into some
Oh,
issues, you know?
Like,
When you choose to put one in
Back in that
there,
ditch.
North, north of his place,
Yeah,
Yeah.
sits in front of
wow.
Miller's lot.
Do
so,
we know why they marked all the water lines on Ethel?
yes, because there's a line coming down through there and they wanna make, if it's not here, they have to start working backwards.
Okay.
So that's why, what they started at was down closer to you, they started, and then they started poking and prodding. The yellow flags are the flags that Haley's put out. And then,
Blue.
well, they put yellow out, and then somebody came in with different colors and did the different utilities. But the yellow was what Haley's.
Keith did the blue.
Right.
Blue, I think, is
Water
gas
line.
company, I don't remember the color code
I
that
think
much.
it was
Keith
Keith,
did blue.
yeah.
Okay, and then
I think
utility red.
Nycor is yellow and the power's red.
Well, I know Haley's used yellow the day we were out there with
Yeah,
the market.
well, we don't have any underground Nycor lines
Okay,
feeding the houses, everything comes out overhead and then across the property, maybe they put it underground.
I don't know, I just.
There's no
Haley's had
parallel
yellow.
lines on the street, so.
Yeah, Haley's had yellow, but just, we just want everybody to know we're trying to do it, but how do you get somebody out of it?
So we did not hear from Keith about the Whipwreck bill?
Yeah, I haven't found anything out on it, and I got it.
I'll call them tomorrow, cause I need to call them, there's
Yeah,
someone
I
in the
would-
house anyway.
I seen him on the road today, he was finally getting all his stuff out of the field up north there. But that's the last I've heard from him, and I gotta meet up with him or something, cause I gotta find out what all that is
Well, you
about.
need to follow up with Jan and find out what Jan's, if she's heard any more from Haley's. I know you sent her a text, but we gotta follow up and find out. what-
Yeah, well, this bill from Whiprack's there that we can't figure out what it is.
Yep.
So, we'll get on that one though, cause we're not gonna do anything until we get it broke down. Alright, and we'll fight for the water as best we can. Streets and alleys,
Alright, so we got our proposal back from Aldini, and he's got everything ready to send to the MTF for the repairs that we wanna make, plus we got some extra stop signs and some extra gravel coming. We're gonna gravel the lane coming up into the village hall here. We're gonna, tailgate that. Other than that.
And Grossel's doing it, right?
yeah, Al said,
I would
yeah,
assume so.
Al said, we've got nothing over 25,000 on there, so we don't have to put it out on area bid.
I
And
don't know
where
if
we
you guys
going,
wanna look into this.
and when, this may be Chris's department, but last year, remember at the end, we talked about possibly seeing what Grosso would charge us to re-blacktop here?
Four stop signs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, the two little spots, the basketball court, you know, because it's not real bad, he could surface maybe that one, and then this over here. And we just put it on hold last fall because
Road to the north.
he wasn't doing any more work in town at the time. So if you guys wanna check that and see what Grasso would charge us,
Thing to it, so we're gonna.
I got Bob's number if you want it.
and then we'll just get this part right here, when he's gonna come down and pull that gravel out, if you just run blacktop in those two spots.
Bring more kids down and play
To take some of the hump
basketball.
out,
That's mine with the park.
I don't know.
It's not.
because, well,
Well,
if
you
you take
can't
it.
yet.
We'll be out of windows pretty soon, then we won't have to worry about it.
It'd be so
Yeah.
much money to do.
Okay, so we're good on that.
Okay, we'll do that.
That was a cheap write-out.
Jeez.
And then down in 16,000, there were some potholes that were getting taken care of.
Angela, you're on board.
Okay.
All right.
Are we done with
Hmm?
streets and alleys?
Yeah, we're done with streets and alleys then. We'll get that signed so we can get that back to Al tomorrow. Planning and zoning,
No.
I issued one stop permit, or one stop notice, and then I also redid Buckingham. Okay, so our permits are all new, and I broke it down so it's a little bit easier for everyone. So, here's a building permit, you guys can take a look at it. And they're also going to be inside the file, I reorganized the file, we're gonna start doing things so this way, each house has, from as far back as I could see the records. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep all of the houses, paperwork together, so this way, if we ever have any issues, we could go straight to that file with that address on it and find out which permits were issued at what time. And, any actions that were taken on that permit or anything else like that, so that's gonna be taken care of. That's the building permit, and here's a plumbing one, a mechanical one.
I got privy to a whole pack of
Okay,
that,
yes,
so
you
I've
did,
already
yeah.
seen them.
Here's electrical, okay, then we have a roofing one, very simple, just talk about the squares you're gonna have and whatnot, what type of material, if there was asbestos on there or not, got you covered, girl. Okay, and then this is the address and approach, so this is if we decide to do driveways, if we have a new property and it needs a new GIS number, boom, you got this, okay? And then everything's listed on this page, okay? And these are all the permits that are gonna be issued, and also the fee payment, fee schedule, what's gonna be paid out. Now, I talked to Charlie, and Charlie and I, and Brian, we all had a kind of meeting together, and, the issue, one of those things that came up was, having some kind of a fund or having some kind of money, you know, how they pay the permit fee for the building inspector. Well, when they come out here, we don't have the petty cash or any kind of cash to pay them right away. So they have to, wait. Is there a way that we can hold on to that? Because each permit covers the cost of inspection, okay? Whether it's gonna be a building permit, it's gonna cover the inspection cost for both ways, so is there a way that there's a, possible way that we could pay those inspectors when they do the job? I don't know if we can.
I
We
don't
really
think there
can't,
is, because
you know.
it has to, every bill, I mean, that's why everyone that we work with generally understands that when they work with a village or somewhere like this, some kind of corporation or whatever, that it has to be approved by the board before any bills are paid. And like, we understand that they need to get paid, but,
No, Brian brought it up, and I figured
Yeah.
that I'd go ahead and ask.
I mean, it would be
because
nice, like, I know Brian has paid out of his pocket before
Right,
and submitted it to
exactly.
me, but
Yeah,
it's still, like, every bill has to be accounted for, like, we can't just have, because of especially all the fraudulent stuff going on with all the little towns, people going to jail and stuff because they're stealing money in the little villages. So everything really has to be accounted for, so I need the bill, and then like, that's why it has to go through two hands, like me and then Patty, before it actually gets paid.
okay,
So,
Check and balance.
yeah,
okay,
Yeah.
that's fine, all right.
I mean, it would be awesome if we could do that, like, but.
If we had a full-time office that was open
Right.
8
We're
to 4
open,
and all that,
Yeah.
we probably could have a petty cash thing if somebody is there manning this situation.
Right.
We're not in that position.
No, it's fine, it's just that's something.
Most
that Brian-
most of the guys that,
Yeah,
we
Brian
bring
brought
in
it up.
kinda understand it.
yeah, Brian, and I'm sure Charlie understands it, yeah, he's okay
Yeah.
with it. But Brian brought it up because I guess he was the one that was paying it out of pocket, like you said.
Right,
And I told him that is not gonna happen with me.
right.
So, it
No,
was just
I
an
don't want
issue
anybody
that
paying out
I
of
said,
pocket.
I'll just make sure that, they get a nice
And
little,
Brian should
I owe
understand
you
as a
kind of thing.
contractor that certain places you don't get paid, I mean,
Right.
until
okay.
it goes through.
And if we have too much trouble with a contractor that comes out to inspect, say, if he says, I gotta be paid today or I'm not gonna inspect it, we can find another contractor to inspect.
That's true, yeah, correct. This is like a building permit checklist, okay, and this is what I made up anyway, and so it's a nice process, so if somebody does have, an issue on what to do and what not to do, or what they need to pull out or whatever, they can look at these forms, and I'm gonna just have these all over there, I'll probably put them in one of these folders, and then if you all wanna, if anyone questions you or anything else like that, they're available here. I'm gonna keep them over there, and I'm gonna mark the folders. So this way, takes a village, right? So,
Yeah.
everyone can help out, and, you know, cause sometimes I'm not gonna be here, and they might contact you for a building permit, but at least this way, we know who has one, who doesn't, what status it is, and everything else like that, cause that's what we, you know, it'd be easier.
And this, quick question, on the one that has a stop on it?
Yeah. The reason why I stopped them,
I mean, I understand why you stopped them, I did
Yeah,
understand that.
no names.
No names, because we're not, but what I'm saying, when a stop is issued like that, is there, and in this particular case, we did have signed agreement. Is there a length or a window?
Yeah.
Is there a window of time that they get? Because we did get questioned by the attorney if there was any progress on it, and we just said,
His signed agreement was strictly that he accepted the fine, and then he could proceed putting in for a building permit.
Right.
correct, he never issued it. It was the
Yeah,
never
the
we-
agreement was
okay, so we're, that's just like it's not
that he would
happened yet.
apply for the permit.
And he basically assumed, okay, I paid my fine, I can go ahead and start doing
Right.
I
crap.
made it perfectly clear that he needs to fill out a building permit, so that's his
No,
first
I know,
step.
you guys done good, but
If he hasn't.
he came on like gangbusters, because, oh, I paid it, so I'm good.
No,
No.
it was never.
Okay, so as long as he's got that, I'm good with it, I just wanted to know where we were at in the process, I didn't want us to get locked in and then be saying, okay, you know,
No, you're
we're not having a legal
You're
battle,
fine.
we're good, okay,
Yeah.
good.
You're fine, yeah, there's nothing, there's no building permit
So how long is,
issued and nothing filled out. I looked back at all the records from when he first started here, or when he first started doing, his, you know, I think he wanted to do a storage area or storage unit or something, I don't know. But I went all the way back, I looked at all the records that were back there, I've never seen a building permit issued, nor, I mean, nothing, you know, I never applied for anything,
Right,
so
okay,
I
so
need
here's
that
the deal.
information
we
first.
we originally were going to go after him for cleaning up that and, you know, getting some of that product off of that lot. So if he doesn't,
He had
That's
until,
that
Yeah,
September
he
date.
had until September, yeah.
Okay.
but only if he got a permit.
No, he signed that to be able to apply for a permit.
He had to agree to get the permit because that's why his stuff was left outside. But whatever, as long as they got it under control, I'm good.
I think the way he's got it worded, we're all right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. Looks fine.
He just started using it for warehouse, let's
Right.
face it.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, there was, I know this happened when there was a transition, but there was a fence put up that I never received a permit fee for. It was put up by Osterhoff, right in the corner.
Osterhoff, okay, I did not know.
I know
Okay,
it's
so-
on the first street in town, what is that?
Third, over here.
Trevor's
Okay.
house.
I'll look it up.
Yeah,
Chad's.
Chad's.
That's Third Street.
Okay,
All
so
right.
Third Street, I don't know that they ever got a permit, and Osterhoff, I assume should have, you know, like they're
If they have, or no, if they're just